Today I want to go over some of the features that Storyboardthat offers you. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to actually go to Storyboardthat. I've made a page of links that you can go to, or you can just go on your class links. Once we are there, obviously, we need to sign in. You guys will sign in using Google. I'm a teacher, so I had a different setup. And then we log in. Now, your page may look a little bit different because, again, I am using my teacher account, but everything else is kind of the same once you get into the actual storyboard website itself. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down to create a new storyboard. And this opens my project. Let's give this a name. We'll just say practice storyboard video. There we go. I can always change it later. And then we have a blank canvas here. And when you are actually creating your stories, you need to figure out, okay, where is my story actually set? And then you can go in here and you can choose from all these different cool backgrounds. And there are tons to choose from. There's a library, there's like a disco, there's supermarket, there's another supermarket, there's workplaces like an office. There are a ton of really cool things you can do with Storyboardthat. So I'll just randomly pick this setting. And now that I have my setting, I can go over and I can change how the setting actually looks. I can change the color of the floor. I can change it back. I kind of like that one. Not sure what color this changes. The desk. Let's go with a lighter brown there. Maybe we don't want walls that are so white. Maybe we want them a little bit more gray, something like that. You can change all this stuff and kind of tailor it to how you want it to look. Okay, so that is how you create the setting. Then when you want to put your characters in, you go up here to characters, click on that. And again, you have a bunch of different characters that you can choose from. You have all of these that show up right away, but you've also got sports characters. You've got medieval, like knights and kings. You've got monsters that you can choose from, like a werewolf or a unicorn. Oh, that one's new. They must have added a unicorn. Anyway, so let's keep this one a little bit simple. We'll go to teens, since you guys are teens, and we'll choose. We'll say this guy seems like a nice guy. Okay, when you drop him into your setting, you're gonna get these options. So again, you can change the way his head is tilted. You can change his expression. Maybe he's angry. Maybe he's sad. Maybe he's happy. You can put a hat on him if you want. You can change the style of hair that he has without a hat. A lot of really cool different things you can do there. And then last but not, well, I guess not last but not least, but you can change the way the arms are situated. Maybe he's got his hands in his pockets. Maybe he's got one hand in his pocket and the other hand out. All these really cool different things that you can do. And then you can change, like if he's down on his knees or if he's walking or if he's got to use the restroom, something like that. I'm going to have this guy sitting so that I can show you guys another cool feature once I'm done fixing his pose. Then over here, we can change the direction that he's looking, his back. Maybe he's looking off to his, what would be his left. Maybe looking off to his right. Just pick whichever one you want. We'll go with him looking off to his right. And then you can change all the different, features, skin tones, hair color over here. So let's go. There you go. And give him a purple shirt for Piper. Okay, you get the idea. So we'll update the pose now. And there he is floating in our scene. So if we take him and we put him over here, I can make it look like he is actually sitting down at the chair, which is kind of cool. One other thing I kind of want to show you guys. Let's go to Monsters and Myths. Let's say that I have a superhero here, and he's flying in from the outside. If I take this top dot right here and I turn it, I can also go change his pose in general, but that's how you kind of turn a character one way or the other. Okay. So he can be there standing on the chair. It's weird, but whatever. Okay. Moving on to the next scene. Again, we got to go up here to my scenes. And let's say that I want to have somebody at a magazine stand. And I want to put a character behind, like inside of the magazine stand. I can do that. Let's bring my character down here. Oh, where'd she go? There we go. And she's a little bit tall for the kiosk here, so I'm going to shrink just a little bit. And I want her to look as though she's inside this kiosk here. So what I'm going to do is I've selected her, and I'm going to come over to this crop tool right here. It's a box with some extra lines on it. That's the cropping tool. If I click that, she shows up as kind of like a red cellophane type image right here. By selecting the bottom dot right here and pulling up, anything that is no longer red, like this down here, is going to disappear when I hit OK. And so now it looks like she's inside the kiosk. And I can go in, I can edit her pose right here. And I could put a hand up like that, like she's daydreaming. And maybe she's got her head tilted a little bit. And maybe she's got orangish hair. And there we go. We're good there. So this is a cool feature if you want to have a character seem like they are behind something, and you don't want to um, try and bring an image from outside. I can show you how to do that in a second. You can just use the cropping tool. Speaking of that, let's say that I do want to bring in a picture from outside. You're going to need to go to Google and find whatever picture it is that you want to look up. So let's say that I'm looking for a dolphin, not the dolphins, but a dolphin. And I'll go to images and I'll find the dolphin that I want. This one looks good. I click and save. And we'll call this one dolphin. Now, you guys need to save it inside your Google Drive. I am saving it onto my desktop just so it's easier for me to find. And then if we go back into Storyboardthat, what I now need to do is I'm going to upload an image. So I go and click upload right here, and then upload images. And then I can either select the file or drag the file here and drop it in. I'll just select from my desktop. There's the dolphin, open, and close that. Now I can bring the dolphin in and have the dolphin be like a photo that is on the back wall here. Let's see. Kind of like this. And there we go. If I wanted to have my dolphin just as its own thing, I could go to remove.bg. You guys all remember that website? It's our friend. I can upload the image of the dolphin and download the dolphin image. Again, you guys would put it in your Google Drive. I'm putting it in my desktop. So it's there. Go back to Storyboardthat. Obviously, a dolphin's not going to show up here. So I'll go over here and add a scene with maybe outdoor. Hey, this would be cool. Let's have a dolphin coming out of our swimming pool. So remember, the dolphin that I had was with this background right here, but I don't want that. I want the new image that I just created without the background. There he is. And now I can drop the dolphin into the swimming pool here. He looks a little big right now, so let me shrink him. And let's say that I want to make it look like he's coming out of the pool. I can crop him. And this time I'm going to do an advanced crop. That means I can kind of move the cropping around a little bit. And what this is going to make it look like is hopefully that he's coming up out of the water. Let's see if it, kind of not great, but you get the idea. One last thing that I do want to show you guys how to do is I want to show you how to change the layout. So if I click out of what I've selected on here and I go up here on the right to layout and click that, it's going to give me options for how I want my images to show up. And what I mean by that is there's the cell layout over here. And if I toggle these buttons on, you'll see that they give me rectangles above and below that I will be able to type in. It will also allow me to add and remove any cells that I do or don't want. So you see how I've got one row of 1, 2, 3 cells right here. If I wanted, say, 9 pictures, I could change this to 3 by 3. And then there's all 9 of my boxes. So click OK. And then up here, remember what goes in the top rectangle is the part of the story that we are in, like the exposition or rising action. And then down here is a little description of what's going on. So superhero meets Mikey. Okay. All right. So that is a little bit about how to get started with Storyboardthat. There are other things that I'm sure will come up. And if they do, just ask me. And if I don't know, we'll figure out how to do it, how to make your storyboard really come alive. One thing I should say is that there are other things up here, items, speech bubbles, shapes, all that sort of stuff. I didn't go into that because you can play around with all these things and find what you need up there if you need it. And if it's not there, you can always upload an image. All right, that's it. Good luck and have fun creating your storyboards.